just finished getting ready for bed. I had a pretty long first day, but it was super successful. I worked out this morning. Essentially how I prepared for the day on the first day of classes, since I had a late class this evening, I spent all morning looking at every syllabus. So I got a notebook that I've had, it's a sketch pad. I like taking notes without like lines in my book, so it's literally just a sketchbook. And I wrote down essentially like the homework that I may have or materials that I may need in the next couple of weeks. I feel like as soon as fall semester begins, it's really fast. Like it goes by really quickly. There's more breaks during the fall semester. So I really want to be prepared on the first day. And so I took the time to read each syllabus, take notes, and get prepared. I had a couple questions for my professors, so I sent out a couple emails so I can get those answers back as soon as possible. A couple of the materials I have like parallel materials, or I would call them like cousin materials. So I want to see if they're still compatible with the course. I made a lunch because, you know, I have to have a packed lunch at school. Even though they have a cafeteria, I really try to minimize how much I spend at school when I actually have groceries at home. And that's always like super helpful. Class was super fun. We learned how to mix colors with oil paint.
All the material, like all this older, some over there. First thing I want to do is I want to mix you a black. Okay, so you can have a tube of black paint and make your color a bit denser, but you mix black by mixing red, yellow, and blue. Okay, so remember, color is molecular structure. Okay, don't think I've got a color, this is not yellow, or that's not red, or that's not green. It's molecular structure. Okay, so when you add them together, it will get darker and darker and darker. Look. So you see, as I am mixing, I will come across some really beautiful colors as well that you can see. Okay, now look guys, I'm gonna add yellow to it. So again guys, black is never just one black, is there? I mean, look, there is, you're wearing black, but there is reflected light from this green shirt on you. That light has got a little bit of yellow in it. Your pants is, you know, kind of a beige. So when you look at a black color or any color, it's not one color. It's got lots of reflected lights coming from somewhere. So when you're somebody wearing a black, you're painting them black, there is a variety of blacks you need to mix basically.
And then she went through this whole process and really just explained. I love this professor. I've worked one-on-one with her in a previous semester. I had a very successful time. I didn't know how to draw myself before I took her course. And then after I took her course, there was like exponential progress. And so I challenged myself to take another one of her courses, which would be representational drawing. And I'm really doing this because I want to create a large-scale self-portrait. She went over the list of materials that we needed. She showed us how to prime paper. So actually today was the first time I learned how to prime paper. I didn't actually know that people did this, so this is going to be interesting.
Some here, like that. Okay, perfect. You can apply few thin layers. This is not very thin. So again, you will find yourself that how you like to prime your papers or canvas after you do a few times. or over the years you will find. So I will show you how to prime also with rapid skin glue. You can go all the way down. I will go the other way, guys. So then you just let it dry, you know.
Yeah, so we like stapled the paper to this board.
Here, exactly.
So we stapled the whole paper around.
All around, yeah.
Yeah, that is the process.
Yeah. Okay, and then here, perfect.
So I have to go to a hardware store like Home Depot or Lowe's, get some cheap board or scavenge campus and see if there's like flyaway wood panels or anything else that I could potentially use for the class. But she showed us how to staple it to the board, prime it, allow it to dry. So I feel like I'm definitely going to be using this method throughout the semester, and I'll be priming like lots of paper. I feel like this is a cheat code because I'm always purchasing canvas, but as I progress in my professional career, I really want to be able to stretch my own canvas, and I don't want to use like cheap canvas. I feel like all the shows that I went to throughout the summertime, I inspected to see what type of canvas it was, and most of the time people are using other types of materials like velvet or burlap or I seen somebody use paper towels actually this summer. Just different types of materials to really pay attention to textile. It gives it a bit more, what's the word? Paying attention to texture is a bit more advanced instead of allowing myself to just use like what's at the art supply store. So I'll be priming, stretching my own canvas, and experimenting with other materials to really build up the layers. I personally don't like a flat canvas. Some of these are flat, like, you know, I was testing out words here. This is oil paint. I didn't really know how to quote unquote use it, but I really wanted to see how I could add some dimension without adding materials to the actual canvas. So this semester, it's all about putting everything that I've learned these past couple semesters together and to create something I feel is very special. I'm also challenging myself, or encouraging myself rather, to experiment more. I feel like sometimes if I put something on canvas, it has to be like, oh, this is the one. So I'm really encouraging myself to just pump out work. I have a whole bunch of ideas. I've been taking a lot of notes this summer, lots of sketches, lots of writing. I write a lot. And so I really want to see how that translates itself if I'm just like essentially just purging all of these ideas. I'd rather have more ideas executed than less. So this will be exciting. I really like how she engages the classroom. At least for me personally, I can't speak for anyone else, but she makes me feel like no question is a wrong question. Like anything that I ask is going to be answered, and she's always going to leave space for it to be open to the content I want to create, or like compositionally, like how I want to do it. She's really focusing on like technical advancement. So showing you exactly what you need to do or know in order to execute your own ideas. And yeah, I had a really fun first day. I was a little bit nervous. For the past couple of weeks, I've had like the bubble guts, really just because I am incredibly ambitious and I commit to large ideas because I really want to see them. And it's my final year. I've been working on this degree for quite some time, and you know, so much time has gone by, but I'm super grateful that I was even able to come to the realization that I could be an artist professionally, a writer or creator of sorts, someone who sees something, hears something, observes something, and then can project into the world like my own perspective. So this will be fun, and I'm excited to share this journey with you. I don't know, this is all just experiment. I feel like if I treat life like an experiment, like this is like science, that it makes everything much more energizing and exciting for me. It's almost like, what if I did this? I really don't know. So I'm looking to see the answer to the what if. What if then? And we're gonna see what happens. Sipping my tea before bed. I have class super early in the morning. There's an artist coming to lecture, and I believe we're getting assigned our studios, and this will be lit. Have a good night, y'all.